Hello, my name is Angie Dyer. In this 10-minute iTOO expert form, I discuss iTOO's Professional Indemnity Insurance. What is professional indemnity? It is a commercial policy designed to protect business owners, freelancers, and the self-employed professionals if clients complain that a service is inadequate. PI is a third-party cover and not first-party cover. Any person, organization which provides service, gives advice, could be sued if a client is not happy with the work provided. The client may say that the professional was negligent, provided incorrect training, made an error which could cost them money. Professionals barely have sufficient capital on their balance sheets to pay large sums of money for errors, let alone cover costs for defending themselves, which could run into millions, and this is where a PI policy can be beneficial. What does our professional indemnity policy cover? The policy extends to cover actual damages suffered. Policy is extended to cover both direct and indirect consequential damages that may flow from the actual damage. Example, a parking lot in a shopping mall. The direct damage that is covered is the actual parking structure that collapsed, and the indirect consequential damages covered would be the vehicles damaged as a result of the collapse. In addition, if the mall was forced to close down and the tenants unable to occupy their stores and operate and pay their rent, the landlord would be out of pocket for his rent, and this would be covered as consequential loss. Our policy also extends to cover legal defense costs. Sometimes the professional may have done nothing wrong, but one needs to defend these matters. So defense and legal costs are also covered under our policy. PI not only covers potential damage claim, but also associated costs, investigation costs, breach of intellectual property and copyright, and defense costs to appear before a regulatory body, which are some of the foundational covers of our policy. Why is professional indemnity a big risk now? COVID-19 had a huge impact on the world and the economy. COVID-19 was hard on both the client and the professionals. COVID-19 resulted in increased pressure on professionals who are trying to get new contracts, new work, and perhaps additional staff to grow their business. Clients are under pressure to make their business work again, under pressure from an economic reality to get more value for their money, which puts more stress on the professional. Of course, if anything goes wrong, the professional will be held responsible. How does our professional indemnity cover differ from those on the market? We looked to make the wording as wide as possible. So first is the broadness of the cover. Our policy is on a legal liability basis. We look to make sure that our product is there to cover the professionals in the way they do their work. Not just what they do, but how they do it, and that's how we underwrite the risk. We look to see if they have risk management processes in place. Do they have quality risk management processes in place? And then we try to ensure that our policy covers the specifics around every kind of professional. Claim scenario. This is taken from our built environment, as our book of business is predominantly made up of engineers, architects, project managers, and land and quantity surveyors. Our claim revolves around a client who is a structural engineer and is contracted to design a mall. During the construction phase, the developers of the mall indicated that they were not happy with the progress of the project. They received several issues with the designs on the structure, the floor slabs, and the parking bays. The allegation was that the design required much more steel. The result was when the structure was constructed, the roof began to deflect and threatened to collapse due to the increased weight and the inability of the structure as the design to support the roof. The cost of the rectification was 3 million rand. The floor slabs did not contain enough reinforced steel. The developer alleged that the design did not cater adequate floor traffic at the mall, and it was possible that the floor could collapse once the mall was open. The cost of rectification was 4 million rand, including 1 million rand for the purchase of additional steel. The parking bays were not designed according to industry codes in terms of measurement of the bays. The parking bays were too small for the patrons' vehicles. The bays had to be reallocated, re-demarcated, and repainted. The cost of rectification was 2 million rand. When the claim was investigated, the insured admitted to the errors and advised that they were understaffed and were involved in many projects at the same time. They sent a newly graduated but adequately qualified junior engineer to attend to the designs of the mall and unfortunately miscalculated. The total claim, including defense costs, was over 20 million rand. How does the client take up iTOO's professional indemnity cover? Cover has to be taken out through a broker. It has to be a phase accredited broker and who has an agency with iTOO. Should the client not have a broker, they can call iTOO and we are happy to recommend a broker in the area. As our product is so heavily guided on advice, it is recommended that the broker knows our product and is able to give advice and guidance to the client on our product offering. What is required when applying for iTOO's professional indemnity cover? We require a proposal form. We have different proposal forms for different risks and professionals, where all the questions need to be completed to give us a better understanding of the client's business. We also may ask for financial statements, which just gives us an indication of how the business is run, how the directors conduct themselves, and to gauge the fluidity of the business. We also ask for CVs, which gives us the qualifications and the experience, number of years of experience that the client may have. Things to remember about iTOO's professional indemnity cover. It is a third-party cover and to give us as much information as possible. Never to make admissions at the time of an incident or a complaint. Why should a person choose iTOO? We have PI experts by your side. We have openness to our underwriting approach and we are solution orientated. We'd like to create a womb-to-tomb experience for our clients. We provide our clients the freedom and security to realize their goals by sharing in their financial risk in times of major uncertainty. For more of our 10-minute iTOO expert forms, where we discuss iTOO's products and services, please explore itoo.co.za. Thank you.